former CEO of the Hardee's and Carl's Jr. chains. Obvious question, how do you run a fast food operation in a high crime area?
Well, it's very difficult. And I will guarantee you that McDonald's is doing everything it can to protect its employees and its customers. The last thing you want, if you're running a company like this, is for your employees or your consumers to be in danger. I mean, it's not only for humanitarian reasons, but for economic reasons. The problem in Chicago is that there's an epidemic of violence. So maybe you have to take more stringent measures than you do in other places in the country because the city of Chicago seems incompetent to deal with the issue.
So, but who is actually responsible here? Is it the restaurant or is it the city? I mean, the restaurant pays money to the city for security and a police operation. So who is really responsible then?
I think the city is responsible for policing the city. That is not something that gets delegated to private companies, including even one as big as McDonald's. McDonald's responsibility is to make sure that inside the restaurant they're doing what they can to protect their customers and their employees. And like I said, Stuart, I guarantee you they are willing to do and would do anything they could to make sure their employees and their customers were protected.
Would that include leaving the area, closing the stores, because you can't protect against that kind of lawsuit in that area?
Well, that's definitely one of the considerations. You don't want a store where you're going to hurt, not only would it hurt you economically, but would hurt your reputation in the community. It could hurt your reputation nationally. It's very difficult to run a restaurant in an area where there's high crime and you've got to worry constantly about the safety of your employees and your consumers.
It's a rotten situation, isn't it? Any way you slice it.
It's terrible. It's terrible. This is why you find that businesses don't go into these high crime areas, which are often minority controlled areas, and it's that's an unfortunate circumstance because that's where people need the jobs. So we should definitely have more focus on trying to help businesses in those areas because they will employ people.
Andy, look, thanks very much for straightening this out. I know you've got experience in this area and you're very helpful this morning on a very big subject. Andy Puzder, everyone, thank you for joining us, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Stuart.
Okay. Again, Friday morning, how's the market?